To all the game developers out there, the reason why your game sucks is not because of the gamer. It's because y'all suck at making games. Y'all suck at making video games. We are going through some kind of significant time. We're going through a significant time where the game developers think that censoring gamers from saying their true opinion is going to make their game better. You see, this is the problem with this woke bullshit era that we're living in right now, right? This era has been poisoned by this disease that I can't really pinpoint when this disease took over. I can't really pinpoint it. I can't tell you the origination. I could give you an estimate. Something happened around the Obama era, the era of a black president. He comes into power, and it seems like things got more divided because he did nothing for black people. He did a lot of things for war. He bombed a lot of places. He deported a lot of people. He empowered the LGBTQ community to where it's in schools now, is in movies, is in this, is in that. And that ripple effect caused this society that we live in now, this oversensitive society. And because people want to piggyback off of what the LGBTQ community did with, you can't say this about them because they're extra sensitive and you got to care about their feelings. Game developers think that they can take on that mindset and bring it into gaming. Politics, gaming, culture, it all intertwines together. One hand washes the other. Everything makes sense. Everything is connected. You got video games like Highguard. Okay? Highguard, the people that created Highguard are blaming the gamers because before it even arrived on the scene on our PCs, right when we first seen it with Geoff Keighley, my man Geoff Keighley. If you don't know who that is, let me show you right now. Let me show you who Geoff Keighley is. If you're a gamer, you know who this guy is. Okay? Geoff Keighley is the guy that we see him. He co-signs a game. He world premieres a game. You know you got something on your hands. You know you got something special on the way. Something coming. I don't know what Geoff Keighley had to his benefit of promoting a game like Highguard. And I haven't been keeping up with every single game he's been promoting, but I think he's promoted Concord as well. Please let me know in the comments if I'm wrong or not. But we live in an era where you have to make a good game. If you don't make a good game, we are gonna tell you it sucks. You know why we're gonna tell you it sucks? We're gonna spend our money on this game. We're gonna spend our time playing this game, right? So if you waste our time after we come from work, after we just come home from school, The kids coming home from school, they go turn on the game. The adults come home from work, they turn the game on. Your game just comes out. We spent our money to play a game, even if it's a free live service game. You just wasted our time. You just wasted our memory downloading this game on our PCs. Some of us don't have high-end PCs like others. Some of us don't got the spare time to play a new game because the games we already played are dope. They're excellent. Honestly, in this time, February 2026, we are in some sort of a gaming drought. But there is games coming out this year that are going to shock some people. Like a Marathon. A Marvel Tokon. What else, man? There are some games that are coming out this year that are going to shock a lot of people. They are games that when you watch them developing, you watch them put out their developer videos, you watch more footage of Marathon, people showing up they're showing the alphas, they showing the last alpha, the last beta that just came out. People are actually having fun. They have great marketing behind it. You could tell that they're putting a lot of effort behind this game. You could tell with Marvel Tokon, they're putting a lot of effort now, especially with the new changes that we've seen thus far. They're putting a lot of effort in the game. The presentation, the art style, the marketing is better. They listen to the gamer. Marathon was about to fall off and it was about to be Bungie's last game. They went, turned around, listened to the gamer. Highguard did not listen to the gamer. They already knew what time this was going to come out. They put out the trailer. They put it out as if it was a Gears of War trailer. Like, yo, oh my God, this is the Geoff Keighley, yo, this is the world premiere of a game that I've been waiting for you guys to play. Welcome to Highguard. Welcome to Highguard. We watched the trailer and it was horrible. It looked like a mediocre game. It looked mid. Geoff Keighley put his name and his stamp on Highguard. He put his name on it. He put his stamp on it. Yo, I've been waiting for this. And then you watch it, you look at it. You look at the game and you like you like, yo, what is this? Like, what is this game? Like, it looks corny. It doesn't look like people really spent their time making the game. It doesn't, I don't know, it looks generic. It looks uninteresting, right? You don't get that dopamine effect when you're watching a Marathon. You're looking at all the colors, you're looking at all the guns, you're looking at its unique art style. This game isn't that unique. This game looks like Doom. This game looks like a mixture of Apex Legends as well. I don't care about the story. You ever play the game and not care about the story? Nowadays, in my age and through my experience of playing video games, in my long history of playing video games, it seemed like the game developers back then was just like, yo, what is our ideology for this game? What are we standing on? Okay, we sticking to this. How fun we want to make this game? Okay, very fun. Cool. I don't think anybody in marketing back then when I was playing was like, yo, everybody's playing this type of game, so let's make this type of game. Nah. everybody was unique. Everybody wanted to bring something new to the game. Fighting games have this same issue. The reason why your game sucks is because you are lazy. That's why your game sucks. And I'm going to explain why you're lazy, game developers. I'm going to explain why you're lazy. Call of Duty. Call of Duty is probably the clearest example of what I just said. Call of Duty has literally gave us the same game for 10 years with minor changes here and there. They literally copied and pasted the last 10 years of their game and put some effort in their campaign. They put effort into the cosmetics of the game. Most of the effort goes into the cosmetics of the game. You got the crazy guns that got an amusement park on it. You spend $40 on the gun. You spend $40 on the DLC. Games have never been more expensive. They've never been more expensive than they are today. You get a mediocre game, right? You spend $60, $70 on the game. There's another $20 for each season pass. At the bare minimum is another $20. The cosmetics, the dope cosmetics in the game, bare minimum. You might spend $100 a season on cosmetics because you like cosmetics. Everybody in the gaming world has gotten lazy. You know whose job it is to be lazy in the gaming world? It's our job as the consumer to be lazy, not the game developer. You have lost all privilege into being lazy as a game developer. You have lost every single privilege. You say, damn, 8, what you mean by that? What you mean? You have lost all privilege of being lazy. When we picking up the controller, we sitting down in front of the computer, we on a laptop, we on a PC, we on a PlayStation, we on an Xbox. The only thing we want to be working when we're talking is moving our mouth, communicating, moving our fingers while we playing, and maybe eating some snacks on the side. It is your job as a game developer to keep us sitting there. It is your job as a game developer to keep us playing, keep us addicted, keep us wanting more, keeping us waiting. We can't wait to play your next game. We can't wait to pre-order your next game. We can't wait to spend more cosmetic money on your game. This is the world we live in now. It's about cosmetics. It's about the extra things you could get in the shop. But you're not putting effort into the actual game itself. Highguard. I understand you guys are mad at the gamer. You shouldn't be mad at the gamer. You was lazy with the art style. You was lazy with the characters and how they look. Nobody cares. Let me show you something, man. Nobody cares about these guys. Hold on, let me show you something, man. Nobody cares about these guys, bro. Nobody cares. Like, nobody cares. Like, who cares? Highguard is a new secret shooter from the creators of Titanfall and Apex Legends. Why didn't you make another Titanfall and Apex Legends? Titanfall, success. Apex Legends, success. You make a third game, a IP that nobody has equity in. Nobody cares. We have 2 games of Titanfall. People care. People care about Titanfall. You have a very successful campaign of Apex Legends. I don't know how long it's been around, maybe 2-3 years. It's since the pandemic. Apex Legends has been around. If you would have announced Apex Legends 2, if you would have announced Apex Legends 2, you had, listen, I'm gonna give you guys a secret, right? To all the game developers out there, I'm gonna give you guys a secret. Your first objective, number one objective, is to make us care. That's your number one objective. That's your number one objective. Yo, make us care. Right? You already have the equity of 2 other games. If you would have said, yo, we about to make a third, second edition to one of them games, we would have cared. When you bring out Geoff Keighley and you use your top spade, you thought he was a joker, but he ended up being like a 6 or 7 of spades. You thought he was a joker, and you like, yo, we about to use him in his clutch guaranteed. We about to, and I'll tell you this, you know what you guys was successful at? You guys was successful at us waiting to see how bad the game is gonna be. You showed us the trailer. We ain't see nothing that raised our dopamine levels watching the trailer. Okay? Nothing made us excited. We didn't care. Matter of fact, let me pull this bullshit up. Let me see if I can pull this bullshit up, bro. Like, what were y'all thinking, bro? Nobody cared, bro. Let me see this shit, man.
Get ready in there. We're coming in. Let's race. Teddy, my destiny balloon. Reinforcing a wall.
Let's get this job done.
Listen. Listen. Rainbow Six Siege already has that mechanic when you're preparing your defenses. Rainbow Six Siege already has that. You're already emulating the game. The art style sucks, bro. Like, who are these characters? We don't care. They have 0 personality. They're generic. Who cares? They don't got no lore attached to it. There's no heart in this game. This game has no soul. This is like a ChatGPT AI generated joint, and y'all try to put life into it a little bit with minimal effort. Like, we don't care. Like, we seen this art style before. We seen this type of rendering before. There's nothing unique about this. The dopamine levels is already at an all-time low. I'm gonna be honest. And then what made it worse, you got gamers that you know opinions matter, like an Asmongold, like a Shroud, like a Tim the Tatman, like a Ninja. They go and they play your game. First, they look at your game, they see the trailer, and you know when they give you that look like, yo, this might be one of them ones. They didn't give that for Highguard. They didn't give that. They did give it to Marathon, but then Marathon, it was time for it to show and prove that first time. And they dropped the ball. Know what they did? Let's go back in the lab, push the game back. We won them over with the trailer. We won them over with the art style. Yes, we had some controversies with the art style. Yo, pay off that artist. We're gonna get him to the shop, right? We gonna get them. We gonna pay them. We gonna settle it out. You can't use grifting. You can't use sympathy. Nobody's trying to be sympathetic because you're a game developer and it's your job and you might lose your job. Your job is to make the best game possible. I'm hearing right now as we speak, the UK is trying to stop Steam from doing reviews on their game, trying to stop users from free speech. This is the cancer that is a part of the reason why you guys have the audacity to not make the best game possible, to not listen to the crowd, to not listen to every part of the gaming community. We are the roughest critics. We don't care about your feelings. Let me say that one more time. The gaming community is the roughest critics. We don't care about your feelings, but we do care about ours. We do care about that dopamine that you release or don't release in our heads when we play in that game. You know why we love the Gears of War franchise? It hasn't failed at its mission yet. They've made some one or two bad installments, but the equity that name has of Gears of War has carried its name, and we already have optimistic expectations for the next Gears. We remember the first time we seen that first trailer, that Mad World trailer. We remember we first seen that trailer, we're like, yo, what is this? Everybody bought an Xbox 360 for Gears of War. Make a game. Let me tell you this, game developers, right? This is the code. I just thought about this. I just thought about this right now. As we speak, I just thought about this. I know the code. I know the secret. Make a game that will make a person buy that system to play your game. I'm gonna say it again. Every game developer, fighting game developer, battle royale developer, extraction shooter developer, MMORPG developer, single player game developer, I'ma give you the keys to make sure you make the best game possible. Make a game so good that if it was exclusively for that system, people would go and buy that system just for your game. And on that note, this is the warning to every single future game developer. Don't be like Highguard. Don't be like Call of Duty. Be like Bungie. Be like Coalition. Be like Epic Games. Be like Valve. Be like Saber. Actually care about your number one litmus test to if your game is going to survive or not. And that's the gamer, his or herself. I'm out of here.